Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about having a Leo sun and a Virgo ascendant in a natal chart. Now, this could be a person that might vacillate between extroversion and introversion to some degree because Leo is obviously very gregarious and extroverted, and Virgo rising can come across to others as very reticent, shy, and more a little bit more introverted than the sun in Leo, of course. So the thing is, this person will come across more Virgo, of course, since the rising sign is dominant in most cases, I would say, as far as the other's impression of you and your outer demeanor, what you're projecting to others. Now, this could be a person that we look at this combination, and this could be somebody that maybe goes about Leo wants in perhaps in that Virgo manner. This could be somebody that's going to be a little bit more methodical, more systematic, more organized, perhaps even than the typical Sun and Leo person. If we look at the Sun and the Ascendant, okay, the Sun sign represents our basic wants, and the Ascendant or rising sign represents that manner or method in which one may attain those basic wants. Now, the Sun in Leo, the basic wants can be connected with attention seeking, notoriety, recognition. They want their applause, things connected with pride and in their ego. Perhaps they want to stand out and be dominant in something. With having Virgo rising, this isn't shown as readily, of course. However, having a Virgo ascendant, this person may go about in a Virgo-like way, doing things very scrupulously, being very careful, being meticulous, doing things in a very exacting manner, and be very systematic, organized, and methodical in that process of attaining those Leo wants. This person can be perhaps have some leadership position, but at the same time might have that little Virgo criticism perhaps mixed in with it, and they won't. And the temperament is not going to be as fiery, of course, having the Virgo rising. This could be somebody that can work as an editor, perhaps doing some kind of editing. They might proofread. That could be something where they have could be a leadership position, but something where they have a strong prowess for attention to detail, be very punctilious with details. This could be someone that goes about Leo-like things perhaps in a Virgo profession, perhaps something connected with analytics. It could be something like as a data or systems analyst, a statistician, somebody that has to deal with a lot of details. It could be coding, like medical billing and coding, data entry, so even something in a health profession or some kind of cleaning, because Virgo rising can be very meticulous and can like things very clean and immaculate. Now, what's important to look at is the aspect that your Sun in Leo makes to your Virgo ascendant. And this could show perhaps the kind of blending these two energies may have. Now, let's say in some cases you might have an out of sign conjunction. And let's say the Leo Sun is at 28 degrees and you have a Virgo ascendant at 1 degree. Well, this could be very intensifying, and this could amalgamate these energies very strongly. Now, in some cases, you can have an out-of-sign sextile aspect take place. Now, let's say that someone has the Leo Sun at 1 degree and the Virgo Ascendant at 29 degrees. This could form an out-of-sign sextile aspect, which could be auspicious and positive, and you could have a positive integration of these two energies, even though they're neutral by sign because they are adjacent to one another. Now, let's say you could have a semi-sextile take place, which is a minor aspect. Let's say somebody has the Leo Sun at 17 degrees and a Virgo Ascendant at 17 degrees. This would form a semi-sextile aspect, and this could be positive, slightly positive and auspicious. It's not as positive as the major sextile aspect, but it's a modified version. It could have a positive blending, but not as strong as or intense as the sextile aspect. Now, let's say you have a semi-square aspect take place between your Leo Sun and Virgo Ascendant. Let's say, for example, the Leo Sun is at 3 degrees and you have a Virgo Ascendant at 18 degrees. This would form a semi-sextile aspect, which could be slightly adverse. And when you have something like a negative adverse aspect, even though this is not as strong as a square, it can indicate some tension and exasperation going on in the person, because even if this person is not cognizant of these astrological influences, they may feel that they might have feelings of being misconstrued or misunderstood, because what they feel is that they're projecting something outwardly that is completely different than what is going on inside. Now, let's look at the house position now that the Sun in Leo is in. Let's say that somebody has the Sun in Leo in the 12th house. Well, these energies of the Sun in Leo would be even more dissipated than the typical Virgo rising Leo Sun combination, because the 12th house, the energies can be zapped because it is a cadent or a mutable house. And even in the 12th house, I believe, especially, because that's the house of seclusion, restriction, and limitation. And these extroverted energies might really only come out in their own private life, or perhaps through spirituality and or the metaphysical. Now, let's say somebody has their Sun in Leo in the 11th house. Well, this need for recognition, notoriety, and attention might come out through friendships, acquaintances, and perhaps somehow is strong in their goals and their aspirations. And this could be somebody that's very generous and magnanimous with their friends and with their acquaintances. Now, let's say somebody has their Sun in Leo in the 10th house. Now, even though the Virgo rising will often, in this case, will come out stronger than the Sun in Leo. If the Sun in Leo being in the 10th house, it's in an angular house, and these energies can be expressed very strongly. And this need to stand out and shine for the Sun in Leo may come out very strongly in matters connected with their career and the vocation, and really just in their, as far as their public image and their reputation standing in their community. So those are some things to consider with this combination. And anyway, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for having the Sun in Leo and a Virgo Ascendant in a natal chart. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be dissertating and talking about having the Sun in Leo and Libra rising in a natal chart. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone. Because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.